If I wanted a new grad software engineering job in New York City specifically, this is everything I would be doing right now. And let's face it, you have friends, maybe family in New York City. You're not trying to be on the West Coast. You're not trying to be in Texas. You're not trying to be in the South. You're trying to be in New York City specifically. And there are a couple of strategies that can get you specifically offers from companies in New York City. So I did get offers from Amazon and Google just to give you a little bit of proof that the strategies I'm about to show you actually work. And what you're doing right now is you're probably just applying on this GitHub repo, the classic simplified GitHub repo. Maybe you're using LinkedIn or Handshake as well, but you're mostly using this GitHub repo. And you're looking at the locations and you're trying to just apply for the ones that are in New York City. But let's face it, it's not working and you're not getting as many interviews as you would have hoped. And so the two strategies that I'm going to go over in this video are cold email, like cold emailing recruiters specifically, and then also optimizing your resume once and for all. This is going to be like the best resume template you ever get. And it's the one that got me into Amazon and Google. And, before you roll your eyes and say, you've heard people say to cold email recruiters before, or, you've tried to optimize your resume a bunch of times, just watch closely because there are a couple of things that have actually changed in the recruiting cycle this year in 2026 that I want to break down for you, and it will help you get offers in the location you specifically want, which is New York City. So first things first, I have this entire guide on cold email. It's completely free. I'm not trying to sell you a course here. If you want this full guide on cold email, just drop a comment below. And the most important thing with cold email is two things: finding the right recruiter email, which I'm about to go over in just a second, and also using the right template, saying the right stuff in your email when you're reaching out to recruiters. And so I'm going to basically go over this template now. You can say, "Hi, John. I noticed you recruit for engineering at, let's say, Meta, and I'm especially interested in back-end roles." You can say, "I'm a new grad from, whatever university you went to, seeking an early career software engineering role." And then you drop a couple of quick highlights here, and you want to make sure you choose the two most important metrics from your resume. And once we get to the resume, I'll go over how to actually pick those. And you just say, "Hey, if you're the right contact, could you point me to the best rec, like the best posting to apply to? Or at least just put me in touch with the right recruiter for the role." Super straightforward. You attach your resume, make sure it's a PDF, and then just thank them for their time. Pretty straightforward. And this is going to be way more effective than just applying to roles on the Simplify repo that are in New York City, because you're getting in touch with recruiters specifically, and they can specifically put you into the application process, into the pipeline. This is literally what got me into Amazon and Google, so I know that cold email works from my own experience. So let's look at Meta. Just to use an example, Meta, let's look at their company page on LinkedIn. You type in something like early talent or university recruiter. That's typically the title for these new grad recruiters. And there's a bunch of recruiters here. So let's just click on our boy, Chris Clark. I don't actually know this guy, but I like his name, Chris Clark. And so if you go to the Chrome web store, there's an extension that you can get called Apollo. Let's just type in Apollo. And it's a completely free extension you can get from the Chrome web store. And it'll make this little orange yellow thing pop up on any website you're on so that you can scrape recruiter emails. So you click this button over here, and then it gives you their personal email and their work email. So this is Chris Clark's Meta email. And for some reason, his personal email is juvegreat@yahoo.com. We can ignore that. Don't reach out to recruiters' personal email. You can even grab their phone numbers using Apollo. Obviously, don't do that. That's going to be a little creepy if you just randomly start texting a recruiter's personal phone number. Anyways, we get their work email here, and you use this template. So I'll just pull up the template again. This is the template for if you're going for new grad roles. We also have one for like internships and if you're like an early career SWE. So you use this template and you get the emails using this extension. And this is way, way more effective than just applying on Simplify. For every application that you submit, you should actually find at least 2 or 3 recruiters from the company and email them. And I promise you will get more interviews that way. Okay, on to the second half of the video, which is the resume. Because as we can see over here, the resume is a big part of your cold email. If your resume sucks, even if you send 1,000 cold emails, it's not going to work. So I'm going to just straight up give you the sauce here, the exact resume template that got me into Amazon and Google. And there's 3 core things in the resume that you need to pay close attention to. The first thing is the titles: software engineer, software engineer, software engineer. So crucial. I see students that put research intern, full stack developer, backend cloud developer, different titles for everything on their resume. And that's a big, big mistake. Even if your official title at your previous internship was not software engineer, screw it. I don't care. Just change the title to software engineer for all of the experiences on your resume, and you will get more interviews. This actually works. And it works for two reasons. One, ATS will specifically scan for this if you're going for software engineering roles. So if your title on your resume is full stack developer or research intern, ATS doesn't care. It's going to basically ignore that experience completely, which sucks, right? It's going to think you don't have any software engineering experience. And recruiters, I've talked to recruiters at big tech companies, and they've told me that they actually prefer when all your titles are the same and they just say software engineer. So go and make this change today. Change all the titles on your resume to software engineer. Next, you got to have a dense ass skills section at the bottom of your resume. A lot of people are afraid to do this because they're like, what if I get asked about these tools or technologies in an interview? You can figure that out. You can cross that bridge when you get there. First, we need to just get you some interviews. So I want you to put as many keywords, tools, and technologies on your resume as possible because it will actually work. It's not pretty, it's not sexy, but it does work. It will get you more interviews. The one disclaimer I will give you is make sure you're at least vaguely familiar with a tool or framework before you add it to your resume. Make sure you've at least heard of it before. And then the final thing that matters I said there were three things about the resume that mattered. So first, the titles, the keyword section, and then your actual bullet points. You got to have as much quantitative impact and metrics as possible. I mean, serving 10 million plus predictions, improving search accuracy by 20%, system throughput by 30%, end-to-end response accuracy by 30%. Less than 15-second visualization updates. You got to have as much quantitative impact as possible in every single bullet point. Right now, you probably have this in, a couple bullet points on your resume, but you need to go and put this in every single bullet point. Recruiters automatically ignore any bullet point that doesn't have metrics. It's like it's not even there. It's just wasting space on your resume. And a lot of people are worried like, well, how do you actually come up with this stuff if you don't know the impact of your work? Dude, you can just make it up. Just give a rough, educated guess. A ballpark estimate is totally fine. No one's going to go and verify any of this stuff. As long as it sounds reasonable and you could defend it if you were asked about it in an interview, that's all that matters. Again, don't put anything outrageous. Don't say that, you reduced latency by 500%. That's absurd. But keep it reasonable. Still use your best judgment, make sure it's an educated guess, but beyond that, it's fine to just put a rough ballpark estimate. That's what everyone does to get into these big tech companies. Again, it's not pretty, but my goal here is just to give it to you straight and give you the advice that you need to get an offer in New York City specifically, because that's why you clicked on this video. So if you want one-on-one guidance with this entire process from a team of current FANG engineers, we will walk you through how to optimize your resume, how to cold email recruiters, and we're even going to run you through one-on-one mock interviews. If you want to work with us through this entire recruiting process, just click that link below and book a call with me. We can see if you're a good fit for this program. And we actually guarantee that you get a big tech offer by the end of our program. If you don't get a big tech offer by the end of our mentorship, you get a 100% refund, no questions asked. It is that simple. You either get into big tech or you don't pay us a single penny. So click that link below, book a call to speak with me, and we can see if you're a good fit for this. And YouTube's going to put some more videos up on the screen soon where I go over resume, interview prep, cold emails, everything you need to get a new grad offer. Again, they should be popping up soon. Watch some of those next, and I will see you soon.